So this video is going to be about the importance of moisturizing your hair to take it from this to that. Okay? It is not hard. You just got to moisturize. And so I want to take you through all the steps that I use. I am not a hairstylist and this is not a tutorial, but I am going to take you through all the steps and just show you how important they are. So the first step, you need water. Most products are water-based, but you need to drench your hair prior to styling, prior to trying to achieve this look, because water is the basis of life and it is also the basis of your moisture. And then when you turn around and you use these store-bought products like this one, that was the Kinky-Curly Not Today leave-in / detangler. If you live in a drier climate, you definitely need to be incorporating and adding that extra water and hydration into your hair. So the technique that I do to incorporate and make sure that the water and my moisturizer or detangler is in there very well is finger raking. I do not use a comb. I don't use any other type of products to comb through my hair. I only use my fingers. And even when my hair was long prior to me getting this cut, I did not use combs or anything like that, because I think that your fingers and the smoothness of your hands are just more effective for this process. So this is the first step. The second step, well, we're not there yet, but also very important, which I'll get into later, is shaking. You need to be shaking your hair because the shake will clump it together. So now the second step, after you have applied your water and your detangler or leave-in, is using some type of product that has slip. You see that like snot-like texture? That is ingredients that contain things like flaxseed, things that might contain marshmallow extract, stuff like that has like a really good slip to it. Very moistureful. Don't know if that's a word. But anyways, that is what you need to be using. And what I am doing is I am now taking a smaller section and I am re-raking that product through, okay? And then after I rake the product through from root to tip, then I take smaller sections and I'm kind of doing like a finger coil motion. So this will be smoothing and sectioning, and I do like a little twirl at the end. The reason why I really don't want to coin this as doing finger coils or finger curls is because I am not curling from root to tip. I am raking and smoothing from root to tip, and I'm only necessarily like twirling my ends. So yeah, that's what this part is. And again, this is also pushing that moisture in. It is actually allowing your hair to absorb the moisture. Once your hair dries, you'll see what I'm talking about. The texture, the softness, everything is going to change in your hair. And as you see, I'm going through every single section and I am doing just that. I'm making sure, well, we already have our water base, and then I go in with the detangler, and then I go in with some type of custard. That's what that was that had the slip. I don't know if I said that prior. By the way, any other brands that you might like, I know Kinky-Curly is amazing, but also Miel Organics, the pomegranate and honey line. They have a curling souffle, and then they have a coiling custard or curling custard. That stuff is the truth. Will produce the same results. The only difference is that over a span of time, I think that the Miel Organics kind of makes your hair a little bit tougher or drier, I guess, to kind of hold those curls in place. But I'm officially on day 7 of this style with using the Kinky-Curly products, and let me tell you, my hair is soft as a pillow, and it still looks like I probably just defined it this morning, but I didn't. So there's that. This was also my first time using the Kinky-Curly product, and I absolutely loved it. So use your, or more like pick your products dependent on the length of the style that you want, and then also your level of moisture, because your hair always needs moisture. Your hair can really look like this every day, but it is dependent on the amount of time, effort, and energy you're putting into it. If you want to be like me and you want to do your hair on a Saturday or Sunday when you have like a free hour, and then never touch it again until the next Saturday or Sunday, then you need to be using really good products, and you need to be using techniques. And these are the techniques that I am talking about: the finger raking, shaking, adding that extra water, smoothing and sectioning from root to tip, shaking. Do you see how I'm shaking and my curls are clumping together? Like they already were kind of clumped and defined, but they get more clumped and defined the more that you shake while wet. That is very important. So I'm just continuing to work all the way around. I'm getting to the end, and this is kind of the end of the look. As you can see, my clumps are pretty big. So throughout the week, I will do this motion that I'm doing right now. I'll go in and I will separate those sections, making sure that I have the curling custard coated on my fingers. So I don't necessarily go in and take a slab of the product and I put it in my hair and then I work it through. I actually put the products on my fingertips, both hands, and then I pick it up, I section, I rake, and I smooth and section and twirl and shake. And that is how I achieved this look. To add a little extra pizzazz, because this is optional and my edges completely looked fine before, but because I like to snazz it up, I do go in and try to do a little swoop, as I like to call it, on my sides, because it just makes it look like, I don't know, like I just was very intentional about this haircut, even though I wasn't. I just got like a simple taper, but this kind of brings it to a little like elevated look, and this is something that I do have to do every single day. And yes, I resorted back to my Eco. Don't judge me, okay? Bad habits die hard, but it is what it is. Maybe one day I'll find a better gel that's more natural, but I don't know. I just feel like the green Eco just really does it for me. And so now I'm just trying to achieve my little sides. And then I may or may not do it in the front at the top of my head, but that's completely optional because you can't even see it the way my hair lays. And so we're getting now to the end of this style, and as you can see, I'm over here like just completely shook at the elevation that the sides took it to, because it wasn't looking like that before. It was pretty, but now it's like that out, so yeah, that is basically my routine, and I really just wanted to talk about the importance of moisturizing your hair. I like to think of and use the analogy of a garden. Our hair is literally like a garden. When you do your hair, when you style your hair, when you moisturize your hair, be intentional with it and think about the fact that you are literally tending to a garden that needs to grow. That's how I've achieved all of my looks, and I get a lot of compliments. A lot of people ask me how I do it. They think it takes 10,000 hours, but I just kind of chalk it up to, turn on a movie, watch a show, do whatever you got to do, but it really does not take that long. And even when I had a long, pretty diva cut, it didn't take that long either. This took 45 minutes, but that's because I was being extra and I was just taking my time, dancing, watching TV, all that good stuff. But as you can see, this was the before, right? It was soft, but it was dry. It was not defined. It was not moisturized. And then we'll get into the after eventually. And here it is. Here's the after. And I absolutely love it. And this lasts me all week long. So this is day 3. As you can see, my curls are kind of starting to get a little bit more defined. And then I'll also put in a clip to show you guys day 7. So if there are any other topics or anything else that you want me to get into, please let me know, because I am totally down, because we got to get on the train of knowing how to care for our hair, making it last, longevity, hair to life ratio, time balance, all very important things. Peace.